Hi, I'm Caitlin, and my major is Healthcare Administration. For Digby 82, I was covering R&D.
Hi, I'm Jacob. I am majoring in Supply Chain Management, and I was in charge of production and HR.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm an accounting major, and for Digby 82, I was in charge of finance.
Hello, I'm Steve. I am a marketing major, and I am in charge of the marketing.
And I'm Ellie, and this is Digby 82 News.
The Digby company produces and sells low-tech computer sensors and as well as high-tech in the industry.
The two low-tech sensors are Days and Dash, and Dig and Dart competed in the high-tech market.
We will now be going to Steve for the sales forecast.
Hello, Steve Kramer here, bringing you your news for Digby 82. It's been a bit of a rainy round, being round 3 that is. We took a pretty hard hit from the emergency loans coming from the East Coast due to poor sales forecasting. Because of this, we had too much inventory left over. This contributed to our liquidity crisis, which you are seeing right now. With all that being said, I hope things clear up, and thanks for having me. Back to you.
Thank you, Steve. Now we'll take a look at what Jacob has to say about the business news.
Thank you, Caitlin and Ellie. Today, Digby 82 has just released the metrics that will describe the success of the company over the past 8 rounds. On the board here, you can see the contribution margin. It was 44.9% at the end of the 8th round. The cumulative profit was $51.5 million, and the bond rating averaged an A or higher throughout all 8 rounds. Thank you, and back to Ellie and Caitlin.
Thank you, Jacob. Now we will take a look at the balanced scorecard.
The first metric I would like to talk about is days of working capital. Digby earned an impressive 5 out of 5 for this metric because of adequate investments in automation and capacity.
Another metric I would like to talk about is customer buying criteria. Digby received 0 out of 5 because it didn't meet the customer's expectations.
Now to Stephen with an update on the analyst report.
Well, thank you. And for the analyst report, I'm going to discuss our emergency loans and our financial structure. For emergency loans, we managed to receive full credit. We got this amazing score because we learned how to better forecast our sales and better plan for the future. And as for our financial structure, we only received half credit due to our poor leverage, stock price, and profit inputs. To improve our financial structure in the future, we can increase our current assets and decrease our current liabilities. Thank you, and back to you.
Very interesting, Stephen. Now we'll go to Jacob, who will discuss the success measures for round 8.
Thank you, Caitlin. Here I have Digby 82's success measures compared to the highest in the industry. Digby had the 3rd highest market capitalization at $124.4 million, while the industry leader had $232 million. Digby also had the 3rd highest market share at 17.31%, while the industry leader had 21.51%. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Jacob. I think we've all learned a lot through this simulation, don't you think, Caitlin?
Yeah, I agree. I learned how important it is to satisfy the customer in the market, and it can really make or break your company.
Yeah, and this was really challenging because the market is constantly changing, which I wasn't expecting most of the time.
And this was a big deal for us because making the sales forecast was one of our biggest challenges. We always had leftover inventory or we stocked out.
I also gained a better understanding of how the financial statements work and how much they impact the company.
I've also learned a lot from my Capsim experiences. The main thing that I learned is just how much is spent on the promo budget and the sales budget, and how those can directly affect products' market share. What have you learned, Jacob?
Well, I have learned how changes to automation and capacity can directly affect the plant utilization of your company and the contribution margins of your products. Also, I've learned how I can use financing activities to make changes to a company's ratios and generate a profit.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Caitlin.
Thank you, Steve. Now we'll...
Thank you, Caitlin and Ellie. Start that out.
Go.
Thank you, Caitlin and Ellie. Today, Digby 82 has just released their...
Hang on.
one.
Hello, Steve Kramer here, bringing you your news for Digby 82. It's been a bit of a rainy round this round, being round 3. We took a pretty hard hit from the emergency loan coming from the East Coast, which caused us to have some, I lost my place.
That was Days and Dash.
It's okay, I messed up my part too.
What I want to talk about is
I forgot. Thank you, Jacob. Now we will take a look at the balance scorecard.
It's not about school.
Very interesting, Stephen. Now we go back to Jacob. Okay.
Thanks, Caitlin. Here are the Digby 82's. Oh, crap. Hold on. Thank you, Caitlin. Here are the Digby 82